know you got yours because I got my big salad. Gotta take my wristband off. Maybe. What you got? I ain't got nothing. God, his ass. Shit. What up? We're eating some Chipotle. Got a salad in the building. A nice salad. A nice salad. What up? They gave me a lot of veggies. Wasn't gonna do the flea market, but I got back too late. No flea market. Lady like stabbed me with the IV. I'm like, woo! I feel like a monster one in there. Everybody's always busy on the weekend for the YouTubes. You remind me to get you that game.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Hammer, how are you? What are you doing today, bucko? Hope you're having a good day. Sheila Taveras, how are you? I just got back from the hospital. I was having chest pain in my sternum, and they want to make sure it wasn't a heart attack, which it wasn't. I didn't have no heart issues, so I'm okay though. But yeah, that was crazy. Eating a nice salad. I appreciate that, Jackson. We do antique stores, flea markets. We do some Pokemon stuff. We do some chat sometimes. Yeah, appreciate that. I don't know if you like any of that stuff, but you could check it out. I wasn't having chest pains. It was just like a dull pain up here in my sternum. And I don't remember pulling anything or lifting anything. So I didn't think it was heart related, but they were scared. So I was like, I had to go do that stuff, do tests and stuff.
I'm sleeping.
My son was sleeping. Yeah, they gave me an IV thing. It was monstrous. What up, Molly? What up, Molly? I'm only going live for like an hour. Finley was asking me and Shoof was asking. What up, Kira? I'll see you live. I always say some stuff in your lives. Same with Molly. Yeah, I was having chest pain. Not chest pain, but hi, Colleen. How are you? I've been having pain up here for like a month. And I called my doctor yesterday because it was hurting. They said go right to the ER. I was like, I got to go back to work. I can't not go to work. So this morning, it actually wasn't hurting too bad this morning when I first got up. It's like up here at the top of my sternum. I just thought it was like walking pneumonia or something. And I went to MedExpress. They wouldn't do an x-ray. they did an EKG and the EKG was fine. I was like, I know, it's not with my heart. And then on the paper, it said I had to go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. They did another EKG. They did blood. They did an x-ray. They said they don't see nothing, so I'm fine. Something with my muscle. It's been going okay. I've been looking for another job, and I'm still working. And yeah, so it's just been a little wild month. Been a wild month so far, guys. So I've just been taking a little break. I'm still making videos, but not as many lives. Hope you guys are doing okay. It's just been stressful. Work's been stressful. Because they keep giving me trash vans that keep breaking down. So. It's a Chipotle salad. Chipotle salad. Natalia, how are you? Hope all is well. Nice to meet you. Hi, Kira. Yeah, I try to come into your lives. Robert sent me a bunch of chips. Robert sent me a bunch of chips, guys. It's okay. The Chipotle is okay. But Robert sent me some chips. Robert sent me some chips. I don't do salt and vinegar. My lady does. They're Cons chips. I can't get them here. He sent me 2 bags of chips. W's for Robert. Shout out to Robert for hooking me up. I did try the onion ones. The onion ones are good. They're on the other table. I can't grab them right now. I've never had Cons potato chips. I try to watch everybody if I'm able to, but I work in the middle of the day now, so it's hard to watch everybody as much. I had the onion ones. They're pretty good. They kind of taste like Wise, but with more seasoning, maybe. But you had to get all those tests done and stuff. Work's just been annoying. They took our bonus away. I do school bus. Work took our school bonus away. We were getting $1,000 a year to come back. They went all the way down to $500, and every other place went up to $1,500, bro. And yes, we got a raise, but like some people need that bonus, bro. You know, so they kind of did us dirty. Yeah, so work been very stressful. They gave me a van that broke down the first day. And then they fixed it, gave it back to me, and it broke down again. And they just gave me my van back the other day. It seems okay now, finally, but it's crazy that they don't check the vans over the year. They say they do. Oh, we check them in the summer. Obviously, you didn't. If my battery was dead, my tire was low, and it was leaking coolant, you obviously didn't check my van. Miss Potts with the coffee cup. How are you? Nicola. Mr. Michael, how are you? Guess who's back? Da-na-na. I think you guys just like me saying that. They gave me a lot of onion. There's so much onion in this. Holy cannoli. Let me have another napkin. Thank you. But yeah, I had to go to the doctor because they thought it was something with my heart. I didn't think it was because I didn't have no symptoms. Like I didn't have no heart attacks or nothing. It just is. It's like soreness up here. It's like a dull pain. So it was just it was annoying, you know. Miss Potts, what kind of coffee? How you drink your coffee, Miss Potts? I was checking. I didn't know if it said Miss Porta or Miss Potts, but it says Miss Potts. You're diabetic? I got you. Yeah, I haven't done a live stream for a week. I've just been limiting them because work been stressful, and I've been looking for another job. I went to a job fair. Then today I was going to do the flea market, but I had to go to the emergency room. I tried not to go to the emergency room, but they said I had to. So I was like, okay, I guess so. I eat a lot. I didn't eat today yet, so I'm going to scarf this salad. It is a fierce salad. Finley and Shooft asked when I was going live, so. Well, I wanted to cut the lives down a little bit because people are busy back to school and people are busy and stuff, you know? And I've been working, so I cut the lives back a little bit. I didn't think it was a heart attack issue, but I guess if you say anything about chest pain, they get worried. So I still have my stickers on. Still got the EKG stickers on. You're in middle school? Nice. I drive elementary kids. I don't drive middle school kids. My son's in middle school, though. He had open house the other day. We went to meet the teachers and stuff. It was cool. It was cool. It was cool. I drink black coffee sometimes. Sometimes. Hi, Dorothy. How are you? Nice haircut. Hope you're doing all right. I need a haircut. I got to get a haircut.
I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
You do need a haircut. Got to go to the emergency room today. Milk and coffee. So I used to do milk and sugar and all that. But then you get it different from everywhere, so the coffee tastes different every time. If you just get it black, it always tastes the same, and they can't mess it up. Just black coffee. Actually, McDonald's did mess it up. Hanging out with your dad? Cool. That's all right. Yeah, I need a haircut. I didn't get there yet. There is a free show tonight, the Clarks. It's in Greensburg. Or Irwin. It's in Irwin. There's a free concert tonight, too. We might go. There's food trucks and stuff. We might go. Then Miss Positive's sick. She got some kind of cold or something. I feel fine. I wasn't sick. I was just afraid it was walking pneumonia or something. You're in Tennessee? Yeah, my heart was good. They said my heart was good. I said it's something muscle, which I figured that, but I don't know what I did. I didn't lift anything. It's been hurting for like a month. It's been hurting since like the 25th. It's been hurting. I don't know what I did. Oh, my hair is good or my heart's good? My heart is good and my hair is good. Yes, yes. Yes. Thank you, I think. If you're saying your hair is good, or if you're saying your heart is good. Thank you, both. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm still making videos. We have a new place to go to, a new antique store that I haven't filmed. I've been there, but I haven't filmed. I don't know if we'll find anything, but maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet on that. But yeah, I'm going to be working on another video. I didn't start working on it yet, but I will. So I do have another place to go that you guys haven't been, which is cool. They gave me some dressing, some nice dressing. What up, Zeke? What up? You missed the beginning of the stream. This is a Chipotle salad. It's almost gone. I wasn't feeling good for a month. I was having chest pain, and it hurt more yesterday than the other days. So I called my doctor. The nurse said, go to the ER. I said, well, I have to go to work. And she's like, your life is more important than going to work. I was like, I'm okay. Finished work. And in the morning, I went to Med Express, urgent care or whatever. Okay. And they wouldn't, they didn't do an x-ray. They said I had to go to the emergency room. They did an EKG, which was fine. My heart was fine. The emergency room did EKG, blood, x-ray. I didn't have pneumonia. They said it was just muscle. Appreciate you, Kira. Have a good day. So that's what I've been dealing with. I've been looking for another job. My job's been very stressful. They keep giving me garbage school vans. Yeah, my heart is fine. It's muscle related. It's still sore. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. See, I had my IV thing. She poked me with this IV. It was like, it's long. Like, bro, just put a little tiny thing in there. It was long, bro. The lady that took it out was like, holy crap, they put that in there? I was like, yeah. I was like, it hurt. But yeah, I'm okay. I just haven't felt well because work's been a little wild. They put way too much onion on my salad. I don't know why it's all onion. I said veggies, not just onion. Holy cannoli. They put way too much onion on here. My breath smell like onion. There's a look, hold on. Look at that. That's all onion. It's supposed to be green peppers, onions, and stuff like that, but they put too much onion. I'm doing okay. I was looking for another job. I went to a job fair. They said the job was going to post September 18th. They posted it a day early so someone else could get it within the establishment, and then it never posted September 18th. So I can't even apply to the job that I was going to apply for because they have to give it to people that are in the union first or people that already work there in case they want the full-time position. And I think that's what they did. It's a Chipotle salad. They're like grilled onions. They're okay. There's just a lot of them. They gave me a ton of them. Normally it has some green peppers mixed in. I don't know if they ran out and they just did onions by itself. Appreciate you, Sad Man. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling better. Our work took away our sign-on bonus from $1,000 to $500, and everywhere else increased theirs to $1,500. For school bus drivers or van drivers, they increased it to $1,500. And yeah, we got a raise, but why would you make the bonus less? So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're trying to lose people. I can't do a CDL because I have a lazy left eye. My vision is not good enough for the CDL. Good sir. I can see out of it, but it's hard to read. I can make out objects. I can see what's going on, but it's a little blurry on the reading. So I actually cannot get my CDL. But I've drove for them for almost 3 years. And I the money's fine. The money's okay. And we finally just got paid. I worked from the 25th all the way to now and finally got paid. They'll train you to get the CDL up there, but it's not worth it. Because I drive in the city, and it's really hard to drive a bus in the city. The roads are narrow. Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, the roads are from like 1909. They're not meant for anybody at all. They're meant for like one Model T car. They're very narrow. Plus 60 screaming kids, you know? Nah. So I do make good money, but we didn't get paid for a month. Didn't get paid for a month, which is crazy. Yeah, right over there. Okay. Well, we're going to that show. I don't know when we're going. If he wants to come, that's fine.
Why are we going to the show?
It's in Irwin. It starts at 5 o'clock. It's already almost 1 o'clock. Yeah. See, I don't know about the CDL. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I tried to apply to this one job, and I could not because it was supposed to post the 18th, and then it never posted. It posted a day ahead of time for someone else to apply and get it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't make that. They don't pay us that much, really. Since you're off the summer and then you don't get paid for Christmas or spring break, you don't really make that much. You don't make that much. And I do almost 7.5 hours a day. So it's not because I don't do the hours. I have a long route. My route's one of the longest routes. So yeah. So the work has not been cool. They say they check the vans every summer, but that's not true because my battery was dead, my tire was low, and my car was leaking coolant. So obviously they did not check the vehicles over the summer. You're interested in training for the CDL? The place will pay you to do it. You don't have to go to school or pay. School bus pays you to do it, and you normally get a nice sign-on bonus, like up to $3,000 sign-on bonus for the school bus drivers. But yeah, how do you not look at vehicles that are going to have children in them over the summer from the vehicle sitting there all summer? I don't. To me, it's crazy. To me, the whole thing is crazy. Like I don't know. We looked at it. Obviously, you did not look at it. There's obviously proof that you did not look at it. You know. CDL is any truck that's like a certain size. It's an American licensing thing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know. Commercial driver's license. So if you drive anything like bigger than a box truck, there's certain sizes. So the school I drive for, they wanted me to, the school I drive for, not the company I work for now, they wanted me to apply to transportation department stuff, but I wasn't sure. And the pay, I don't know. I wasn't sure about it. Yeah, I wasn't sure about it. When I went to the job fair, the library was hiring, but they only had one full-time position, and it was supposed to post the 18th. And they posted it one day ahead of time because I saw it on there real quick, and then it was no longer available. So somebody from the library that was part-time must have wanted to move up to full-time, and they took the job, so it never posted because it's union. They have to do that when it's in the union. So I couldn't even apply. The library was less money, but you got benefits, though. So that was the only good thing about it. Okay. And then, do I have to get him? Is he going to the concert thing? What do you...
I'll just call him. You can play on the call.
I delivered bread, and you just have to have a DOT license. It was in a van. It was okay. I'm not our bus is not a union. No, they wouldn't let that happen. They wouldn't let that happen there. No, but we're getting lowballed for the amount of money they make per route. We're getting extremely lowballed, you know. And I make the most I can make, so I won't get any more raises. I make the most I can make, so I'm capped out at 3 years already. So the problem is no benefits, and I'm capped out. Oh, no, I'm still good at my job. I don't drive a school bus. I drive a van, so I'm good. I drive a van, so I'm okay. I just can't do the CDL. I can't do the bus. And I knew the bonus was going down because they didn't want to tell us before we came back. They said, oh, we're still agreeing to it. They didn't want to tell us. But the last 2 years, I got $1,000 sign-on bonus, and now this year it's $500. But everywhere else went up to $1,500 sign-on bonuses. So I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good for now. Like I'm working. I'm fine. Nothing is wrong. It's just the place that runs the business does not run it well. That's the problem. That's the problem. And I'm stuck with no benefits. Our bonus is less, and being off the whole summer, it's okay. But like you penny pinch because you get unemployment, you don't make as much. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure my life out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying positive, but it's been a little stressful. And I thought maybe I do have a heart issue because I was like, it's been kind of stressful lately. But I don't. So I don't know. It just hurts up here. The top of my sternum hurts. Like I still have the EKG thing on. They still have the stickers on. I didn't take the stickers all off. But yeah, they didn't want to tell us before we came back, but they did give us a 50-cent raise, but I'm capped out. So I don't think I can make any more money. And then my unemployment slowly runs out. Like, yes, I work the whole year, but my unemployment balance slowly runs out. And once it runs out, I don't know what happens. I'm still good for now, but which I paid into my whole life since I was 16 years old. I don't know how it would run out, and I still pay into it right now. So I don't know how it would run out, but that's beyond me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm unsure of that. Yeah, my heart was okay. The heart was fine. I would still be at the hospital if the heart wasn't fine. They said they didn't see pneumonia on the x-ray, but I wasn't sick. But they said they didn't see pneumonia because you could have walking pneumonia and not know. And he said the x-ray can miss it 10 to 20% of the time. So, but they didn't see it at that time. Yeah, they said it's not acid reflux, because I do have that sometimes, but I haven't had that, and I haven't had to take any acid reducers or nothing. I haven't had heartburn when I'm laying down in bed. So it's not, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that either. I don't remember moving or doing anything. I don't remember moving or doing anything to aggravate it, but it's been hurting since like the 25th, but it was light. Yesterday it was like a 6 out of 10. Today it's like a 6 out of 10. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. No, that takes months and months. It took my lady 2 months to see a cardiologist. So no, they probably won't even let me see one. I got to go to my regular doctor in 3 days or something, whenever I can get an appointment for that. And yeah. Now you got to wait in United States. You got to wait 2 months for a cardiologist. My lady just had to wait 2 months. So, but I don't think it's heart related. My parents didn't have heart attacks. I've never had like any heart attack symptoms till this thing that they thought. I don't know. It's not bruised. It's like it's at the top of my sternum. It's real sore. Yeah, it's real sore, the top of my sternum. When I take a deep breath, it hurts a little bit up there. It's real light. It's not like doom doom. It's like a dull pain, you know? Yeah. No, my stuff was covered. I'm fine, but I didn't want to go to the emergency room because I knew it wasn't heart related. I knew it wasn't. I just wanted the urgent care to do the x-ray and make sure it wasn't pneumonia. And then even there, they said it's muscle related, probably. They could have did all that at MedExpress and called it a day. I could already did it. Yeah, they did an x-ray. They did an EKG. They did the blood. They did all the blood pressure, the normal doctor stuff. But yeah, I got checked. Yeah. Gaming Shorts, how are you? Good day. Good day. Hope all is well. We were going to hit the flea market, but it took too long. Yeah, I saw the UPS. I just saw it today, but they want you to work in the warehouse and then be a substitute driver. These ones weren't with your car. I really wouldn't want to do it with my car. And then the other problem is my car's small. The other thing is the UPS facility is far away. It's in Newstand, so it's like an hour away. I remember you. He likes the gig work. He likes the freedom, and it's okay. You're going to struggle with the gig work, though. And when you struggle, you can't complain. You're going to struggle with gig work. It's not consistent. You don't know if it's going to be busy or not. You don't know if the people are tipping today. You have no idea. So, and you don't know who's getting what orders. So you can't complain about doing the gig work if you only do gig work for a living. You know what I'm saying? Because it's inconsistent. That's the whole point of it. I still do it from time to time if I need extra money. I did it last weekend. I made $30 in 2 hours, but I was getting crappy orders. Dragonland, how are you? Yeah, I haven't been live. I'm still making videos. I haven't gone live as much. I've been taking a little break from the lives. I'm just letting the channel grow as it should. Because before I was pushing it too much, going live. And it was too much, and it wasn't making the channel grow. I'm still making the videos. I stopped doing shorts for a minute. I'm just letting my regular videos do their thing. I got a new video coming. I got to film it. I didn't do it yet, but yeah, but I've been having health issues, work issues. It's been a big cluster. And then I finally just got paid yesterday. I've been working since the 25th. I've been working almost a whole month without getting paid. So that's also been stressful. Money has also been stressful. Mr. Poe, how are you? Ride with the Poe. I remember you, Dragonland. How are you? Yeah, but I've been dealing with all those things. It's been a big cluster. I'm not going to talk about them the whole live. We can talk about whatever. But I explained everything on the live if you guys want to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm still making the flea market. I was going to do flea market today, but I had to go to the doctor. So, and once it gets to noon, it's no good. So maybe tomorrow we'll do the flea market. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a flea market live stream tomorrow. We'll either do the flea market live stream or I'll film the video tomorrow, one or the other. I don't know what we're going to do yet on that. We'll do something tomorrow though. But yeah, I'm not giving up. I want the channel to grow naturally. I was pushing it too much and it wasn't working. I did since April or May. I was live at least 3 to 5 times a week and doing a short every day and making videos twice a month maybe. And it's not growing. The channel's not growing, and it's just taking time. It's growing, but it's growing slow. Yeah, it was nice to hang out. It was nice to hang out during the summer. I thought I'd be halfway on watch hours doing all that work for the summer, and I wasn't. I got to 1,200 just recently, so I was off the 1,500 goal. But what you been up to, Mr. Poe? Yeah, I could try live once a week. I'm not like giving up on the channel. I'm still gonna do stuff, but I was dealing with like some mental issues, and then I was dealing with health issues, and then work was sucking, and then I wasn't getting paid because they hold your first check, and then we got a 2-hour paycheck on the 5th. Like whoop-de-doo, what is a 2-hour paycheck? You know, so it's been. They had a meatloaf burger. Oh, meatloaf burger would be good. Something hand. I don't know. Yeah, margarita. I don't do margaritas really, but a meatloaf burger would be good. People eat meatloaf sandwiches all the time, so I'm assuming it's like a cheeseburger, but meatloaf-ish, meatloaf stuff, maybe. Well, a hamburger, you put ketchup on it anyways. It's basically meatloaf, pretty much. But a meatloaf can have more things in it, like onions, green peppers, garlic, cheese, stuff like that. It's probably good. I don't do much tequila. I did buy some vodka iced teas. Though. You found it good? Did you taste it? Yeah, I don't do too much tequila. Sometimes people at the bar will do tequila. But these are in a can. It's vodka and iced tea. They're 4.7%. They're called Stateside. They're pretty good. Get a 4-pack for $9. They're pretty good. I bought them the other day. I was looking for the Fireball Apple, but they don't have it anywhere yet. Here, at least. There's a Fireball Apple. You can mix it with apple cider. It's probably bomb, but I haven't found it yet. I haven't found the Blazing Apple, it's called, or something. It's Fireball Apple. Haven't found it yet. Because I was going to drink for the Steeler game tomorrow. Watch the Steeler game, hang out, watch some football. I was going to do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll live stream the Steeler game if we don't do the flea market. I can't show the game, though. $24 for the drink? Something about your hand hurts or something? I don't know what you're telling me here. The margarita was $24 or the sandwich was $24? I'm confused, yeah? I'm confused here. There's a free concert tonight and there's food trucks and stuff. It's a pretty popular band. They're called the Clarks. They're from Pittsburgh, and they were pretty famous at one point, and they were pretty decent in the 90s. They have a lot of hits. The Clarks. It's free. And there's a bunch of food trucks. We might go do that, but it's a little distance from my house. Oh, dang. Well, when you say with a cork, it's normally like a bottle of wine, so I'm confused. Mr. Poe, I cannot say that for you. I would dial it. You should dial it for yourself if you're having health issues, I assume. But yeah, there's going to be food trucks. The Clarks have a lot of songs. Born Too Late. You probably heard some of the Clark songs. But it's free. There's 2 other bands, but I never heard of them. And I'm trying to think. Some food trucks. But it didn't say what. It did say some of the food trucks, but I don't know what food they have. It just said like some of their names. But that doesn't mean like they have that food. I don't know what the food they have. So we might go check that out later. I don't know yet. My son's friend wanted to come over, but I said we're going to that. If he wants to come with us, he can come with us. Look at this. Dill pickle. Ew. Ew. You okay, Mr. Poe? Chipmunk's out there. I got a salt block for the deer, but there's only one deer now, and he's losing his spots, and he has nubs. He has little nubs, so it has to be Clyde. Bonnie left Clyde in the dust. I don't know where Bonnie went. It's only one deer now. Comes every day, though. Yeah, those aren't for me. My lady bought those. I don't know nothing about those. Robert sent me these. Robert sent me some Cons chips. My dad was like, you have a package. And I was like, I don't think I have a package. He's like, yeah, you do. It's a bigger box. And I'm like, I hope they didn't send something back from eBay. And I don't like salt and vinegar. He got me the Hawaiian onion ones. They're decent. The Hawaiian onion ones are decent. And because I can't get those here, and he was talking about them, and I sent him some. I sent him Goosebumps books. I sent him a bunch of books for free twice that I found out in the world. Cheap, they were cheap. But he sent me some chips. And my dad's like, "You got a package," and I'm like, "I hope they didn't send something back." 70? Oh, that's not that hot, bro. It's been 82 and 85 here. Woo! I've been sweating, man. It's not hot in my house though, because my house is in the shade. Cole, you got to check out the Clarks. The Clarks are tonight in Irwin for free. The Clarks. I'm sure you've heard of the Clarks. But, yeah, they're playing for free. They sing Better Off Without You, Born Too Late, and Penny on the Floor, Cigarette. A lot of songs played on the radio. Or in the 90s, at least, they were played on the radio. Mary's Gigs, not to be confused with Gary's Gigs or Harry's Gigs or Carrie's Gigs or Larry's Gigs or Terry's Gigs. Hi, Mary. Had to go to the hospital because I had chest pain. I'm not talking about sports. It's a band called The Clarks. What are you talking about? You don't watch sports. What do you mean you don't watch sports? Hello, good day. Good day to Mary. Hope Mary makes some money. I made 30 the other day, but it was hard. The orders were such crap. And I don't multi-app. I just do the DoorDash or Roadie. And, yeah. Yeah, the Clarks aren't sports. It's a band, bucko. But we might go see that later. Eat some food. Maybe I'll take pictures of the food for you guys. I don't know what's going to be there, so just thought I'd update you guys on what's going on in life. You know, I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. But yeah. I don't know what that was. Pokrel, I cannot read that. You're from Nepal. Very nice. Hope all is well. The only thing I know about Nepal is the Sherpas and climbing Mount Everest. That's the only thing I know about Nepal. I don't know much about Nepal. But I know the Sherpas are wild and crazy hard workers, so I respect that. But yeah. Hope you're doing all right, Poe. Hope all is well. It looks like a chicken nugget. I know it's not a chicken nugget, but it does look like a chicken nugget. Or a potato cake or a hash brown. That's what it looks like. But yeah, I've never been to Nepal. Cheesesteak wrapped in an egg roll. I have not heard about the change in leadership. Cheesesteak egg roll. I don't know what they're going to have. It's like 10 or 12 food trucks, and they were weird names, and I don't know what some of the weird names means to the food they might have. So I don't know. Oh, dang. Political dethrone. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand like which places have dictatorships and all that stuff. I don't know all that. Your voice is not okay? I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how certain places just have like one dictator run the whole thing. Like, you don't learn that in school. Like, they don't put a map up and they go, "This is a dictatorship. That's a dictatorship. This is that. This is that. This is that." They don't do that. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be pricey. But the concert's free. So, the Clarks did Ribfest and I missed it. And yeah, so we're gonna check out the. We might go. It starts at 5. My lady's sick. Also, I'm not sick, but I didn't feel well. But my lady's actually sick. She has like a cold or something. They selected the new person from Discord. That's weird, bro. That is weird. I don't know if you're messing with me or what. That's weird, though. That's a little weird. That's definitely strange. But yeah, the deer now looks in the house for more food. He like gets right next to the door and looks in at you. He did it for like the last 3 days. You throw him out an apple, some carrots, some corn, and he'll eat it all, and then he'll look in the door for you to get him more. He's kind of wild. It's a buck. It's Clyde. Bonnie's gone. I don't know if they got in a fight or what, but Bonnie's been gone. I didn't see Bonnie for a minute, so I don't know. Your voice is back? I don't know what voil means. So yeah, there's one deer now. I did 3 DoorDash orders the other day. 2 different days, about an hour and something each time, hour and 20 minutes or something. I made $30. A lot of the orders were garbage, though. And the hot spot by my house hasn't been good. There's a hot spot by my house. It's been lousy, so. Yeah, she could have moved on. I didn't see any hit. I didn't smell anything. The main road's way up there. She could have just moved on or went with another herd of deers. That's fine. I hope they'd like move on, but I don't know. This one chills. I don't know. He walks all the way up the street. Other people feed him. I'm not the only person, but I have a salt block. I bet you they don't have a salt block. We got a salt block now. So the raccoon messed with the salt block, and the raccoon been eating corn, and the chipmunks love it. And yeah, so yeah, I've been feeding them apple, carrot. They don't really like celery. I had some cantaloupe out there and corn and stuff. I don't do the tortillas as much now, or bread. If I have bread going bad, I'll throw it out there. But yeah, they're my pets. We think the Clyde is Louis reincarnated, because he's always hungry and he's always wants more food, like Louis. We think Louis is the deer. Louis's Clyde. We think Clyde is Louis, or Louis' spirit animal at least. Because Louis always wanted to be outside, so maybe it's Louis' spirit animal. I don't know. It's kind of weird. And he's a boy because he has nubs. He has little nubs on his ear. So. But yeah, he's losing his spots. The spots in the middle are completely gone. He has spots on his butt and spots on the front, but they're going away too. So he's doing good. He's big. The deer's big. He's big. But yeah, he comes around. He'll sleep in the yard too. Please go to the car and go to my house. I don't know where your house is. I don't know you, good sir or ma'am. I do not know you. Geese being fed to the homeless? I don't know. Here you're only allowed to hunt them at certain times. No, goose meat could be good. No, people eat geese. Yeah, people hunt geese. People eat geese. I've never had it, so I don't know what it tastes like. No, it could taste good. I don't know if it's being prepared properly, so I can't say if it's good or bad. I assume it would be more like dark meat, though. I assume it'd be more like dark meat, but I'm not sure. Like duck is dark. I don't know if the goose would be dark, and it's probably low in fat. It's probably good for you then. It's low in fat, so it has to be cooked right, I'm sure. I've never hunted geese, but I did see one kid jump in the river and grab one time, which is definitely illegal. You're definitely not allowed to jump in the river and grab a geese or goose. Yeah, I was fishing at the river, and the one kid jumped in and grabbed them. Like, he jumped in and grabbed one. No, you're allowed to hunt them. There's a lake up the road from me, and it has hunting season for geese there, and you're allowed to hunt them, but it's only a certain time. So they're not. I don't think they're vulnerable here, but they are protected a certain amount of the year, though. So I don't know how that works. I've never hunted a goose, but yeah, you're definitely not allowed to just jump in the water and grab one, though. That would be frowned upon, I'm sure. But yeah, the one lake up the road, it's like 30 minutes away. It's not up the road, but there's signs that say caution geese hunters. So I know you're allowed to hunt them at certain times. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know how that works, and I don't know. People do eat them though, so I don't think the meat's bad. I'm sure it's low in fat because like duck is low in fat, and you're supposed to like wrap it in bacon or add some fat to it to get it more moist. So I don't know how you'd cook a goose. I don't know how you'd cook it. Like I don't know if you just do it like chicken? Do you have to do like oven roasted? But I assume it's dark meat. I don't know if it would taste good because they eat weird stuff. I don't know if it would taste good or not. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know if they're protected all the time or how that works. You're definitely not allowed to jump in the river and just grab one. The kid jumped off the dock and grabbed one. This was a few years ago. I was fishing that dock spot. And yeah, I don't know why he would do that. But they can be pretty mean though, bro. Geese can be pretty mean. I know that. They're not near my house, but I see them sometimes flying. And they like this one little swamp area down the road. But yeah, I don't know. I've had pheasant and it was okay. It did taste a little like, I don't know. It tasted like gamey, I guess would be the word. But my buddy got that pheasant in the Dakotas or something, or Indiana or something. And I've seen a pheasant once where I live. I've seen a pheasant once in the wintertime. The snowplow scared it and it jumped up on this fence and it was a ringneck pheasant. I had a picture of it on my old phone. He had like a white band around his neck. That's why they call them ringneck pheasants. Geese are mean, bro. I don't mess with geese. No. Nah. I don't think I'd want to shoot a duck. I know people like the duck hunting. They're like that. I don't know. I don't even think I could shoot a deer. A turkey, I would eat a turkey though. I would hunt for turkey because I think Thanksgiving is just so cool. And then hunting a turkey, I'd want to do it with a bow and arrow though, but they make you take a class to do that, a gun class, a pew class, and they make you do all this stuff to jump hoops to go turkey hunting, and I don't want to do all that. Yeah, I've eaten duck before. I'm saying I've had duck before, but yeah, I don't know. Even hunt deer, you have to take a pew class, hunter safety class, even if you're just doing bow and arrow, which is crazy to me. I know the bow and arrows are like strong and like you have to be right-minded. Obviously, you don't point it at people, duh. But like that's common sense. You should be able to hunt with a bow and arrow. There should be, if you're going to get food for your family, you should not need to pay for a license and get permits and buy all this orange stuff. You shouldn't have to do all that to go hunting. You should not. But I can fish and I've eaten fish, but I've never caught my own catfish and ate it. I've eaten trout, bluegill, walleye. I don't think I've eaten bass that I've caught. They banned fox hunting. Didn't need to make a reservation. I ate at this place. I was about 10 or 13, and it was this place in Laguna Beach. And it was a fancy restaurant, and it was duck breast, and they did this gravy pump like on the spot, like with the organs and all the stuff, and they pumped this gravy on it. Yeah, I thought it tasted pretty good, but it was weird. Yeah, it was I don't remember what it was called or nothing. My uncle paid for it. I don't know. My uncle had big money. My uncle was a stockbroker. He had big money. My family was always very poor. My uncle was my mom's sister. He married my mom's sister. So not my family. Like my family never had money. My dad died with nothing and my mom died with nothing. Oh, it looked fancy. Duck is okay. Duck is okay. You have to cook it right because if you overcook it, then it's completely too tough because there's no fat. So they normally you normally sear the skin, get the skin really crispy, and let that fat drip into the pan. Then, you have to score it also. You score it, the duck breast. From what I watched, I haven't made it myself, but I've seen multiple people make it. So you have to score this. You do the skin on the duck breast. You'll score it. You'll do your slices, whatever seasoning. You'll cook it face down. Normally stainless steel. You let that get a good crisp on it. The fat's going to melt into the steel pan. You don't have to oil or nothing. It won't stick. It'll come free when it's ready. Let it do its thing. Then you flip it over, and then you have that nice sear, crispy skin. You want that crispy skin. And then you cook the bottom part for a little bit, and it's supposed to be pink like a steak. If you overcook it, then it's no good. You wasted your time. Life is scary. I don't know where you came from with that. Different streets, we all take the same route. Life is scary. Yeah, life is scary sometimes. Nowadays, it is scary. And then they're censoring people from saying stuff, which is crazy. Like Jimmy Kimmel got banned. I don't care what he says. Like I don't care. Say whatever you want. It's your show. But to ban somebody for saying what they wanted, I don't know. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. You can't just do that though. You can't just be banning shows out here. He said something crazy and I don't agree with it. You're off the network. You can't be doing that. It's okay, Cole. It's okay, Cole. My dad was terrible. My mom was cool. My mom was cool though. Yeah, like if that's what he believes, that's what he believes. Like it's should somebody die because of what they believe in or anything? No. There shouldn't be a hate that strong. If I have opinions and you don't agree with the opinions, that doesn't mean you should kill me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't believe everything that person said, but I'm not going to do those things. And then there was that bus thing. That bus thing is crazy though, because there was a lot of people that were there that didn't help. There's all these people there on the bus and they just stood there. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not have agreed what the Mr. Charlie said, but I'm not going to do those things, and I'm not gonna bash it on social media. But the subway thing was bad because there was people there that could have helped prevent it or mitigated the situation. Yes, you can't predict what's going to happen, understandable, but you could be like. Anyone could have said to the girl, "Hey, this guy is like fidgeting a lot. You want to move over here." That's all you had to say, TNT. I ain't see you for a while, buddy. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. I was having some work issues. I was having some health issues. Long story. But yeah, the subway. If you see somebody not all there, you could have said to the girl like, "Hey, you might want to move over here." You could have diverted the whole situation, which I know you can't predict what's going to happen, but there has to be some good Samaritans out there, You got to see some good Samaritans out there. You're in the dental school. Nice. I need my teeth fixed. Sign me up. Give me a discounted pass. Sign me up, good sir. Nice. Sign me up for some dental work. Appreciate you, Zeke. Yeah, I just wanted to chat with you guys, let you know what was going on. We were going to try to do the flea market today, but I had to go to the emergency room, so that canceled that. Yeah, the whole situation is terrible. Just because you speak on something don't mean you should be murdered. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing that out here. But there's a lot of mental health issues in the world. We know that. We've been talking about that for a long time. Same with the lady that got Kerchowed on the train. But there was other people that could have helped the situation, and they chose not to do anything. Your uncle was a dentist in Pennsylvania? Nice, nice. Yeah, I have insurance and stuff. I have to go eventually, but I've been feeling okay with them. It's real sensitive right here, but it's been okay. He's retired, yeah. Got to protect Pokes. No. I think it's more mental health than the actual politics stuff. I think it's more mental health, you know. I think it's more mental health. We all have to be you always got to be watching your surroundings. You can't be sucked into the screen and the headphones, you know. And the train had empty seats. They could have got apart from each other. Somebody could have said, "Hey, he's like fidgeting, you know, you might want to go over there or something." That's all you have to say. And if the guy comes at you, you get out of the way. That's all. You know, like, we have to take care of each other. You know, we don't know our neighbors anymore. We don't talk to people anymore. You know, even asking somebody, how you doing today? Like, even when I was at the ER, the nurse, I was like, hey, how you doing? What are you getting for lunch today? Did you eat anything good today? You know, just a little conversation, just some small talk, you know. You know? Yeah, we gotta watch out for each other, you know. There was other people there that could have helped because the baby was under fire because of his music video. You don't have to watch it, but I'm just saying. The baby made a music video, and it was like a reenactment of what occurred on that circumstantial thing, the circumstances of it, and yeah, but it makes you think about it, you know. Have a nice day, fam, Uncle Sam. Blessed day, Pokes. See you later. Enjoy. I just came to talk to y'all for a little bit. I ain't going to be live too long. But, yeah, we have to there was other people there that could have diverted the situation, you know, maybe even saved her life. Somebody could have saved her life, you know. I don't know. You know, if I was sitting there and I seen some guy fidgeting and, you know, maybe he had a knife in his hand, maybe he didn't. I don't know if he did, you know, but like, yeah, I would have said to her, I said, hey, you might want to move over there. You know, just get them further apart or something, you know. Just like when you're driving, okay, you're supposed to drive defensively and have a buffer zone, okay? My car's here, the other car is 4 seconds ahead of me. The car behind me, you know, is a couple seconds behind me. He's not on my bumper, you know. If he's on my bumper, I'm going to slow down, get him off my bumper. You know, is there somebody to the left of me? Is there somebody to the right of me, you know? What up, Eric? What up? What up? But yeah, you have to be in that mindset in life too, because there's mental health issues, you know. But, you know, I don't think the baby should be under fire for the music video. I don't think so. I think he's saying we have to be out there. We have to be mindful of our areas, you know, whatever situational awareness, and you know, watch for stuff like that because it's a scary time, you know. You know, what up, Eric? What up? What up? How's the cowgirls going? Yeah, you got to. So same with defensive driving and watching everything that's next to you, even in the lanes next to you, everything. You should be like that in life. Am I walking too close to this person? Am I too close to that person? You know, if somebody's hacking and they're coughing a lot, I'm not going to be standing right next to them for my safety. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard? Oh, the David situation's worse, bro. Because how they let that guy still tour? He was still touring since they found the body in the car, bro. What are you talking about? And then the parents say, yeah, we knew he went with her and stuff, and she's been missing this long. You didn't report nothing? You didn't say, oh, well, he picked her up that day and she's been missing. You might want to talk to him. What? Huh? That thing's crazy too, bro. The David crap is crazy, bro. He finally canceled his tour. What are you talking about, bro? That thing's crazy too, bro. I don't understand how the policing works. You know, I don't understand any of that. The whole thing is crazy. The car sat in the neighborhood for months with the smell, bro. You kidding me, bro? So none of the neighbors said, it smells like death. Oh, this weird Texas car been sitting here for 5 months. The whole thing is, nah. The whole thing don't add up. And then the parents don't care about her. Their daughter's 15 years old and they don't care where she goes. Or I don't know. I thought they said 15. I don't know the real age, but.
They still haven't taken him into custody yet.
Huh?
They still haven't taken him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was free doing shows still. And people were still going to his show. What? This musician there was a Tesla parked in a Los Angeles neighborhood. This girl was missing for months. The parents didn't report it properly, and they finally towed the car to an impound lot, and the impound lot was like, that car smells. And then they found a dead body in the Tesla trunk. The parents didn't report her missing soon enough. The parents didn't say he would go with her and be on dates with her. They let the daughter do whatever she wanted. She was like 15 years old. She's ka-chowed. And they let him tour. He was still touring across America, and people were still going to see the singer that had a dead body in his car. Huh? What? Huh? And you have a brain to still go see this guy's music. What? Tell me there's not mental health issues in the world, bro. You know, even if you like that singer and then you found out about that, I'm not going to his show. He's not getting my money. Come on now. I don't know. Yeah, it's been in the news. The singer's called David or something, and the car was in a Los Angeles neighborhood with Texas plates with the dead body in there smelling for months. They had it towed, not because of the smell. They just had it towed. And then it sat in the impound lot for days. And then they finally said, let me see what's smelling in this vehicle. And then the parents didn't report her missing properly. And she's like 15. He has a tattoo of her somewhere, or tattooed on her body or something, they said. They said they couldn't jail him because they didn't have no cause. If it's your car and your name's on the car, there's no probable cause there? Sir, how did that lady end up in your trunk? Oh, you had nothing to do with it. Did you know your car was there? Oh, you didn't know who had your car. Did you report it stolen, sir? Oh, you did not report it stolen, sir. What? I don't know. I don't know. His name was David. It's like with a 4 instead of an A or something. I don't know. You can look up the news story. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know how no one smelled the body in the car in a Los Angeles neighborhood, and the car was Texas plates. It's already weird. It's been in a Texas car, been in your city for 6 months, and they didn't get the plate changed and nothing. What? I don't know. I don't know. And he was still touring. He was still touring till like yesterday. They canceled his tour yesterday. What? And people still went to the show. Bro. And he's a grown man hanging out with a 15-year-old. Bro. And the parents didn't report nothing. They didn't report it quick. You don't know where your daughter is? She's 15 years old. What? I don't know. I don't know if he was paying the family. I don't know if he was giving her money and they didn't care because he was paying the bills. I don't know. I don't know, guys. They said they did talk to him when they figured it out, but they don't know how she ka-chowed. They don't know how she ka-chowed, so they can't do charges yet because they don't know how she ka-chowed. They don't know what took her out, so they don't know. Some are saying they think she was pregnant, and he couldn't deal with that, obviously. He couldn't deal with that because she was 15 and he's like 20 or something. So the whole thing is fishy. The whole thing is all fishy, and I don't know. They said they talked to him and he wasn't a person of interest at first, but it's his car. It wasn't reported stolen. The whole thing is crazy. That's crazy. The subway thing's crazy. Mr. Kirk that thing is crazy. A lot of stuff's going on that's crazy. When he started dating, she was 11. I didn't read the whole story because it already made me pissed off. So I don't know. It's crazy to think that you're a parent and you let your kid out there at that. It's different if the kid's going behind your back or whatever, that's different. But to not be that uninvolved in your kid's life is a little wild. It's a little wild. I have a son, but I know where he is. If he's somewhere, I know where he's at. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing for the day. You know what I'm saying? I work, but I know where he's at. I know what's going on. I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I know he's not a girl, obviously, but I'm just saying you have to be there for your kids. You got to be there for your kids. I know some parents are addicted to money, and people are workaholics. People are addicted to money, working 3 jobs, 10 jobs, 5 jobs. It's not worth it not being there for your family. It's not worth it. Daisy May, how are you? Daisy May. Good day. I had to go to the doctor. They thought something was wrong with my heart, but I was just having chest issues up here. They said it's muscle related. It's been a big ordeal today, and then work been making me upset, so it's been a big ordeal. We're talking about that singer David that never got charged for having a dead body in his car for 5 months, and it's been a whole story. We were talking about the refugee being stabbed on the train, Kachoud, and no one helped her. No one tried to help her. Yeah, they said I was okay. They said it's nothing with the heart. Had an EKG and some other testing. I didn't think it was my heart anyways. I thought I just pulled something, but it's been hurting for a month, and it started hurting more yesterday up here, like in my sternum. It don't hurt to touch. But like if I do a deep breath, I feel it a little bit. They said it wasn't pneumonia or nothing. And then they canceled Jimmy Kimmel because he talked about something. How can you cancel somebody's talk show for talking about something? They didn't try to help her. They didn't see him fidgeting, sitting behind her, saying, "Hey, lady, you might want to move over there. You know, this guy's looks like he's having a day or whatever." I mean, you could have did one thing to help that person. You could have gotten the way after it already started. I mean, to be that cowardly in the world, I mean, we got problems, guys. We have problems. I mean, we don't know our neighbors. People walk their dogs and I say, "How you doing today?" You know, people don't even do that no more. People try not to deal with anything. If it's not their problem, they don't give a crap. You know, but that could have been fixed. And now people are trying to cancel the baby because he's talking about how the people did nothing on the train. We have to be there for each other. You know, we're all humans. We still have to be there for each other. If you've seen a lady crossing the road with her groceries and no one's helping her, would you stop and help her? I mean, just stuff like that. I mean, it's real easy stuff. It's common sense to help your neighbors. Love thy neighbor. What are you talking? What? I know eventually if you see somebody and they're doing bad stuff, then yeah, maybe you don't help them after eventually. Yeah, whatever. But like, you don't just not help somebody. You know, like, come on now. You know, do something. Yeah, like, but we should be allowed to talk. You just because you hate what somebody's talking about and you think that they're spewing hate, don't mean that you ka-chow somebody. That's not a mental resolution to your problems. You don't ka-chow somebody. You know, you don't ka-chow. And then they're trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel because he talked about it the way he wanted to talk about it. That's censorship. We're not supposed to censorship people. You know, unless it's like a cult or something and there's like actual bad stuff going on, then okay, we can censorship that. But like that none of that occurred in those situations, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. You know? Yeah, I don't want to watch any of those videos. I even told my son, I said, do not watch any of those videos. Do not. Because somebody showed me at work, which I didn't even want to see it, but they showed it to me at work. They're like, "Do you know who this person is?" I was like, "No, I don't know who that is." And I thought they were just showing me a picture of the person, like, "Oh, yeah, I know who that is." They showed me the ka-chowing. Like, I don't need to see that, bro. But we have to help people, you know? You see somebody struggling, you know, you don't have to go, like, out of your way and walk 10 miles to help somebody. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, you know, help somebody out. Hold the door for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Ask somebody how they're doing today. What'd you have for lunch today? I'm kind of hungry. What'd you eat? Was it good? You know, like, just little stuff like that helps people out, you know? And it might be small, but there was people on that train that could have helped. You know, that is wild to me. You know. The Kirk thing, the FBI is very disappointing, guys. For your description, it's a college campus. If that happened here at downtown Pitt, the person would be on video 15 times. For you to say the description is a man in dark clothing, that's your first description in 27 hours. It was a man in dark clothing. Everybody should be fired. Seriously, if that is your description of something in a city, this is at a college in Utah with cameras everywhere, I would assume. This is your kid's safety. It's a high traffic area. And your description is he wore dark clothing. Come on now. There's no security guards at a school? I mean, the security guards wouldn't have stopped anything. But what I'm saying is, how did that person get on a roof? There's no ID badges at the school? There's no how he just climbed steps and got what? You know what I don't know. I don't know. Alpha Slash. How are you? It's crazy to me that it's a college campus with thousands and thousands of students, and there's very limited cameras, and it's hard to get the camera footage. They didn't get a picture of the guy till like 48 hours. And they wouldn't have caught him if he didn't turn himself in or somebody told on him. They'd still be looking for him. They would have still been looking for him. He could have hurt more people. And your description is he wore dark clothing. I could have said that one. He was in bright yellow. It was a man in bright yellow. No, he wore dark clothing. Duh. Come on now. Come on. If the FBI can't even find somebody that does something like that in broad daylight with thousands of cameras, and the guy had to turn himself in, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, guys. I don't know about if it was set up. I don't know about any of that. I'm not going to get into that details, but that is crazy, bro. If I went to a college campus around me right now and I tried to get on a roof, do you think I could achieve that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I could not get on a roof in downtown Pittsburgh. I guarantee it. I guarantee I couldn't get on a roof. You kidding me, bro? I knew who he was because I saw like YouTube stuff, but how you doing, Mike? I was not feeling well. I had to go to the emergency room. Work's been sucking. And yeah, we're just chatting today. I'm okay, though. I'm okay. Nice talking to you guys today. We don't have to talk about political stuff. I'm just talking about the circumstances of the stuff. I'm not getting into anybody's, what they believe in. I'm not getting any of that. But the FBI did a bad job, guys. They did not. It was not a good job. You're at the sweatshop? Damn. They gave me this crappy van that's supposed to drive school kids around. They never checked them. It's been a big ordeal. It's been a big ordeal. They took away one of our bonuses, and yeah. So I've been going to job fairs and stuff. That's funny. When my lady's making crafts, I'm like, "Are you in the sweatshop today?" If you work in a sweatshop, it's hot, bro. I've worked in warehouses. I've loaded trucks. I worked at a pillow factory. I loaded trucks. I worked at an aluminum plant, which was also a sweatshop. So yeah, I know all about the sweatshops. I worked at a vinyl building product place that was a sweatshop. Know all about the sweatshops. I know all about the sweatshops. Yeah, we were just talking about the crazy stuff in the world. How nobody on the train did anything to help that girl. How the FBI, their description was he wore dark clothing. That was their first description in 27 hours. They had no good camera footage of him until 48 hours. They wouldn't even have found the guy if he didn't say what he did or someone turned him in. We're going to a concert tonight, the Clarks. It's a free concert, and there's food trucks and stuff. You guys probably heard of the Clarks. They sing Better Off Without You, Cigarette, Penny on the Floor, The River. They sing Born Too Late. If you heard a song, you'd know who the Clarks were. But they're from Pittsburgh. I don't mean to get political, guys. I'm just talking about like the circumstances of it. But we were basically saying how you should help your neighbors. You know, if you see somebody struggling or something, you've already been to hell. I've had some crappy jobs, bro. I know about the crappy jobs. And I've had so many crappy ones. Like, I just want one good job that is okay, has some benefits. The stress isn't crazy. The place isn't full of idiots, or it's a circus ran by clowns. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I've had so many jobs and I've put in so much time at places, and to be treated like crap for so many years. I appreciate you, Mike. I try to stay positive, but it gets discouraging when I've worked since I was 16. You know, I've worked 20 plus years and I still have very limited things. I'm lucky I have some stuff, knock on wood. I have a roof over my head. I have a motor vehicle, I have my health. You know what I'm saying? I am grateful, but you would think eventually you would get ahead and you wouldn't live paycheck to paycheck your whole life. It's mind blowing, and to not have anything, and I have stuff. I have nothing. I came from nothing. I know what nothing is. Your water getting shut off. You're struggling for a meal. Your power's getting cut. I know what nothing is. I know I don't have nothing. But what I'm saying is it gets frustrating. And then, when the place you're working at, you're showing up every day, you're doing great, and then they take money from you. They take the bonus away. The safety is a joke because they didn't even check the cars in the summer. It's crazy to be working that long. And, maybe I didn't invest my money properly. Maybe I did something wrong. But what I'm saying is I'm mad at the way employers are now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to even, entry level jobs are crap, and I've gone to school and my job still was crap. It gets frustrating, living paycheck to paycheck, you got your legs stuck in a pallet. That would suck too. Yeah, I've worked at warehouses. I've worked with pallets. I've done all that. And both times I worked at a warehouse, I had a sinus infection for like 3 years. That's how dirty it was there. I worked at this aluminum plant. And I worked at this pillow factory. I had a sinus infection for like years. It probably ate away at some of my face, to be honest. Like, it probably messed up my nasal cavities and stuff. But yeah, I know most of the world is paycheck to paycheck. I understand that. I'm not preaching to the choir. I know you guys know stuff. But it's crazy to be somewhere that long and be treated like garbage. It's crazy. And everywhere they're like, there's a bus driver shortage. No crap, because nobody wants to do it because you're not paying. You take stuff away. It's not as safe as you think because driving's a dangerous job. So if the vehicles aren't safe either, that's a double red flag. You don't get any good benefits. You're off the summer without pay. You don't get paid for Christmas for 10 days. You don't get a Christmas bonus. You don't get paid for spring break for 10 days. I wonder why nobody wants to be a bus driver. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. I don't know. I wonder. I don't know. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know a lot of people are paycheck to paycheck. I'm not saying I'm the only one, but I'm saying it sucks. It sucks. I get it. I'm an old soul. I've seen the world a long time. I feel like I've seen the world for 100 years. I feel like I'm 60 years old. I ain't gonna lie, guys. It gets frustrating. I mean, it's and the other job I was looking at was less money, but at least you got some benefits, and it was probably less stressful. I assume it was less stressful. I don't know. You never know, but damn, and I'm blessed. I'm not crying to any higher power. Somebody's walking their dog. I'm 36. So I've been working for 20 years. And I've never not worked. I've worked the whole time. I've had a job the whole time. Sometimes I had 2 jobs. Sometimes I had 3 jobs. I've worked the whole time since I was 16. I used to set up tents when I was 16. I worked at pizza shops. I did dishes. I worked at an aluminum plant. I helped my buddy sell ammo at pew shows. I did that every month, 1 show a month. I worked at multiple pizza places. I worked at a gas station. I worked in an office for 3 years. I worked at the hospital for 3 years. I ran the beer store for 2 years. I've been at the bus place now for 3 years. I worked at the aluminum plant for a year. I delivered bread for 6 months. I've done a lot of things. I've had a lot of jobs, and you never get ahead. I've been at places for 3 years plus. You never get ahead. I don't. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I know that's the common struggle. I know that we work and the higher people get richer and richer. I know that's how it works. I know, but you'd think eventually you'd find something that's like you take care of their people and they're always going to say we take care of our people because they want to feel good when they go to sleep at night. But that's not 100% true all the time. I appreciate you, Zeke. I gotcha. I think they said like 60 or 40% of America live paycheck to paycheck. The poverty line is stronger now, is higher. Yeah, I wish I was that younger. Yeah. I wish I was that much younger. Yeah. But yeah. I'm not like somebody talking about that only works 6 years. Yeah. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm still kicking. I'm not down in the dumps or not. I'm still trying to get ahead. I'm trying to do all the right things. It's just, but it's rough. I mean, it's rough. That messes with your mind too. Maybe that's why we have so many mental disorders and mental stuff going on in the world, And then a lot of people self-medicate, which doesn't help either, because then it messes with your mind more, I appreciate you guys. But yeah, I've been in the sweatshops. I know about the sweatshops. You got your whole life ahead of you, bucko. You got your whole life ahead of you. Oh, here's another one. You guys probably didn't even hear about this one because this was in my city. Listen to this story. So a man was walking by the river a few weeks ago. He went missing. All right. They didn't figure it out. A few weeks go by. They find him in the river. They had on tape 2 guys beating him up and stealing his backpack downtown where I live. And then I went to work yesterday. It was the lady's husband. That's how crazy the world is right now. They killed somebody for his backpack. I don't know what was in the backpack. But are you serious? And it was on camera. And they caught the one guy and he won't rat on his friend. They don't know who his friend was. They had a card up there at where I work at. They had a card for the lady's wife. The husband's wife. Just gone. Because he was walking near the river at the wrong place, the wrong time. And they wanted his backpack for whatever reason. I don't know. The world is crazy. And they caught the guy, but he won't rat on his friend. So I don't know what was in the backpack that was more important than someone's life. You kidding me, bro? Yeah, they got him on camera. He was on camera. They were on camera doing it. They reported the guy missing, and then they found him in the river. And they must have beat him up, took his backpack, and kicked him in the river or something. I don't know. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know if the guy with the backpack was drinking with them. I don't know if anything was involved, but still, that is crazy. And I didn't know it was the lady's husband that works up here. I'm like, damn. I signed a card. I said, sorry for your loss. They said we can do money donations. I don't have no money to give. I don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? We just got paid for the first time in a month yesterday. You kidding me? I mean, yeah, that person should never be back on the streets. You killed somebody for a backpack. What? I mean, that's such a small amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was in there. I don't know if it was, why. I don't know why. But I'm just saying there could have been something in the backpack with higher value. I understand that, but not someone's life value. And not worth somebody's life. Like, come on, bro. Like, in my city, this happened in my city. In Pittsburgh. Happened in Pittsburgh. You look up the news story. But that's crazy, bro. I didn't know that was the lady's husband up there. And they're like, do you want to sign this card? And I saw it was somebody died. I'm like, who died at work? And they were like, no, it was blah, blah, blah's husband. They found him in the river. I'm like, you kidding me? What? Damn. And they had cameras and they caught him quick. The FBI had cameras for the Kirk thing, and the only description they knew was he wore dark clothing. And they only caught him because he turned himself in. You kidding me? If that's the FBI, we're in trouble, guys. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, guys. That is crazy. Yeah, like Pittsburgh, there's cameras everywhere. There's Shot Spotter for gun shootings. There's cameras. There's all kinds of stuff in Pittsburgh. Like, that's why I'm saying Utah don't have none of that stuff? What? I don't know. I don't mean to be negative, guys. I'm just talking. I don't mean to be negative, pokes, guys. I'm positive. I'm sorry, guys. I'm positive. It's a wild world, though. You got to watch your surroundings. You got to be head on a swivel all the time. To something to occur and you go, it's been 24 hours and you go, the description is he wore dark clothing. Huh? That is crazy to me. And it's a college campus with thousands of people. There's no good cameras. Oh, the camera quality footage is bad. We're going through all the cameras now. How do you even get on the roof of a building in a college campus? If I went downtown Pittsburgh right now, I could not get on a roof of any building. I guarantee you I could not get on a roof. Maybe I'd find one in like 16 hours. I'd finally find something that's unlocked or something. But you're telling me this guy did that quick and had that plan and nobody saw him. Nobody said nothing. There's this thing. It's called see something, say something. You see a suspicious bag, you say something. You see somebody on the train fidgeting a lot next to a lady. You might want to say, hey, lady, you might want to move over there. This guy's having some kind of problems or something. That could have saved that lady's life. And all you had to do was just say words from across 3 rows over. You could have said, hey, he's moving a lot. You might want to move over. You didn't have to get next to the guy. You weren't even in any danger. You weren't even next to the guy. You could have did that and saved somebody's life. Now you got to live with that the rest of your life. I watch everything going on. If somebody's hacking and they're coughing a lot, I'm not going to stand next to that person. I don't want to get sick. It's just normal stuff. You're just looking around, aware of your surroundings. Come on. And they're trying to cancel DaBaby because of the music video saying that somebody could have helped her. And somebody could have helped her. There was other people on the train. There was multiple people on that subway. And nobody could have helped her. I don't know. People are very selfish. Nobody cares about other people's problems. People only care about themselves nowadays. It's hard to find someone that cares about others and stuff, But then you have to find someone that cares about others, but also cares for themselves. There's, it's hard. It's hard nowadays. I appreciate you. I know it wasn't all positive vibes, but we got to get our minds right. We got to have our minds right out there in the world. Be blessed. Do good in dental school. I'm sure I'll see you again eventually. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Make sure you're studying a lot. But yeah, it's a wild world, guys. Got to be watching everything all the time, So I haven't been live as much because I've been battling, multiple things. Been battling health, mental health, work stuff. Financial health. Been having a crazy month. It's not even a month yet. It's 5 days. It's not even a month yet. It's been a crazy month though. But yeah. So no deer out there. Deer are not chilling today. It's kind of warm out. I hope it don't rain. But I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna end it here. I just wanted to shout out everybody. I gotta say hi to Pokey Jones for a minute. What up, Pokey Jones? I was getting ready to end the stream. How are you doing, though? We'll talk to you for a minute. You doing all right? I haven't seen you for a minute. Hope all is well. But yeah, life's just been crazy. I'll still go live once in a while. We'll still hit some lives up, and I'll still make some videos. I still got some video ideas. Tomorrow we'll either live stream the flea market or I'll work on a video. Maybe we'll just live stream the flea market, I appreciate you, Zeke. I'm just seeing how Pokey Jones is doing. Says he's doing all right. I think you're from Emperor Pikachu. I watch him sometimes. I was in his last night for a minute. Last night. Try to watch everybody a little bit. Just been a bit more busy with work. I've been working, 7.5 hours a day. So I still try to watch people when I can. I'm not off the whole summer now, so I'm not off every day now. But I still try to watch everybody. If I can. Bruce was in here and he peaced out. Sorry, Bruce. I meant to say hi to Bruce before, and I don't know what crossed my mind. I remember Bruce was in here. I was talking to Bruce the other day. But yeah. we're all battling stuff, but we got to watch out for our neighbors, take care of each other, try to help each other when we can. That's the only way we're going to do better. And, that's the only way the world works, It's sad the way it's become, nowadays. There's a lot of stuff that happened, man. That's crazy. You said that, and I don't know if I ever found it. News and policies, yeah. I'll have to check it out. I try not to get too absorbed in that stuff, but obviously we see the stuff. I don't watch too much news. I watch some of the local news, but because it's if you see a lot of negative stuff, then it pushes a lot of negative stuff into your mind and your life. And I try not to deal with that because I already deal with my own issues, No, I might check it out. I think you told me before, but I think I forgot. I'm gonna have to try to look it up. Will it come up if I type Justice's Waiting Room? Will it come up? What will bring that up? Or what's the at? What's the at on the channel? Or what's the at? Because sometimes you search stuff and then it's random stuff. I come up if you look up positive pokes, but some stuff don't come up. Sometimes stuff don't come up as much. So no, I'm not against checking it out. I'll check it out. If you recommend, I'll check it out. Okay. If it comes up when I look that up, it should come up. I'll check that out. But yeah, there's been some crazy news stories like that man in my area with the backpack, and then, the Kirk thing, and then the Jimmy Kimmel getting censored, and then the lady on the train, and then the baby getting canceled for talking about it when saying somebody should have helped. Well, yeah, somebody should have helped. What if that was your kid? What if I don't understand how someone could be so selfish and not help somebody. I'm not saying they could have saved her life after it occurred. Like, I know they're not doctors. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you could have diverted the situation, That's like, if two kids on my bus aren't getting along, am I going to always let them sit next to each other? No, I'm going to move them apart. I'm going to have one kid back here, one kid up here, far away from each other. Divert the situation, I mean, I don't understand how some people think sometimes, I don't know. I don't get it. But it makes sense. We're in a selfish world. People only care about themselves, and people don't care about other people's problems. And I'm not saying you have to care about everybody's problems. Like, obviously, if there's like a junkie and he's homeless, obviously you can't save that person's life. You can't give them enough money. The money's just going to go to what it goes to. I know that. Yeah, I mean, like, you just have to use, I don't know. I don't want to say you have to use common sense. I'm not saying people are stupid, but you have to be aware of your surroundings. Somebody could have saved that girl's life. The backpack guy, maybe nobody was around, but his friend didn't have to do what he did to help his friend. So that person could actually save that person's life too. But they're selfish. Who knows what they're going through? I don't know if they're, involved in drugs or anything. I don't know. But to steal somebody's backpack and push him in the river, that's pretty insane. You should go to jail forever. But he won't rat on his friend. They have him on tape, but I guess they recognized the one guy on tape and they didn't know who the other guy was. I don't know how they didn't know, but yeah, we got to be careful out there, And I'm not saying be so careful where you just antisocial and don't talk to nobody, because the sickness did that also. It makes you're like, oh, well, that person, I don't want to be around nobody, blah, blah, blah. I don't want, I'm not saying be antisocial. I'm not saying you got to talk to everybody either, but if you see somebody needs help, they might need help. I'm not saying just go in there and grab their bags. Oh, you need help? I'm saying, offer your assistance. Like, hey, do you need help? Maybe they don't want your help. And then that's fine, but at least you did what you had to do, But that's all I got for today. I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I'm going to chill for a minute, see what my son wants to do today. And yeah, but I do appreciate y'all. I'm glad you understand. I'm not knocking anybody for not helping somebody. I'm just saying in general, we should help our neighbors, try to help people, be kind to people, stuff like that. I know sometimes we get in bad moods and stuff hits the fan, stuff like that. But fits hit the shan, but I appreciate you guys. Be safe, and I will see y'all next time. Maybe tomorrow for either the Steeler game or for the flea market, or I'll film a video. One of those is probably going to occur. But I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mind. Take care of your family. Be strong for your family. Yeah, I got you, Pokey Jones. That's what we're saying. Yeah, just help people, And it's sad when people don't help people, and they got to live with themselves the rest of their – but they're so selfish that they won't care. They won't care that they didn't help that girl. They won't care, which is sad. That's a sad world we live in. But I do appreciate y'all. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves.